So we spoke a lot yesterday about the fan who threw the beer on Tyreek Hill being banned from Gillette Stadium. And now we have another update. The Foxborough Police Department have charged that fan with disorderly conduct and throwing an object at a sporting event. And yesterday, Hill's agent Drew Rosenhaus said he was talking to the NFL and the NFLPA about their legal options. He said, quote, "That type of behavior is unacceptable. Players have to be protected, and we want that fan to be prosecuted."
Wow. That is interesting. So they're going to aggressively go after suing or, I mean, listen.
Well, let's put it this way. If he decides to climb into the stands and puts his fist in the eyeball of the fan that threw the beer on him, what happens to him? Do you think he gets sued?
Yeah. So
I mean, so he deserves to be sued if that's what he wants to do. Want some, get some. Like, that's what I'm telling you. Like, these are not the kind of people that think that there are repercussions to their actions.
I talked to an NFL player off the air yesterday, and he said, listen, man, I was in this league for a long time. It's gotten progressively worse. It was always bad, but as salaries have elevated among players, there is a sense among fans, hey, they're worth $100 million. They can take my crap.
Right.
And this time it was over the line.
It was over the line. Well, you're going to learn today. So the Steelers are obviously already tired of Vontaze Burfict. And on Sunday in the third quarter, with their win over the Bengals, Antonio Brown caught a pass over the middle, and Burfict did what he is infamously famous for.
Yeah.
After AB was well wrapped up, Burfict flew into the pile and threw a flying elbow to the back of his head.
He's a dirty player.
Yes, very well documented.
He was a dirty player at Arizona State. He's a dirty player now.
Well, Ben Roethlisberger said after the game, he hits AB, then literally as I am under center for the next play, he points at Juju and says, "You are next." How do you allow that stuff? I told him that my wife was praying for him. He didn't like that either. He doesn't like anything. I mean, this is just who Vontaze Burfict is.
But he was a dirty college player. This is who he is. I mean, it's like, you know, nobody in the league is surprised. Listen, and this is a division that's always been tough and physical.
And especially the Bengals and Steelers have a long history of this type of stuff.
If Big Ben is noting it, then it's noteworthy. Because Big Ben doesn't say that about Terrell Suggs. He didn't say that about Ray Lewis.
No, and he takes hits all the time.
Yes.
There's some bad blood here, though. So according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, Burfict is not expected to be suspended, but will probably be fined. So we'll see how that plays out. And sticking with the Steelers, Le'Veon Bell's absence will apparently continue for another week. One more week of this, Colin. According to a new report by Adam Schefter, the team is not expecting him to return for their bye. A report earlier this month said that Bell was aiming to come back around week 7 or 8 in the hopes of suiting up for Pittsburgh's game against Cleveland on October 21st. So,
you know, it's interesting.
So it continues.
I'm shocked there's been no takers for Le'Veon Bell. I've got a theory I'll talk about later, but there's been no takers for him. I mean, Le'Veon Bell has historic numbers. Carries, catches.
Well, I mean, it could just be because of his contract situation that it would be a rental situation. So how much are you going to trade, and what are the Steelers willing to give for him?
$15 million for that type of production? I think there's a lot of teams like Indianapolis.
Oh, there's teams that could use him, but are you willing to trade what the Steelers want for Le'Veon for a rental situation? Now, if it gets you a Super Bowl, sure, but how many teams are on the verge of winning a Super Bowl that need Le'Veon Bell?
I'd love to see New England do it. They don't.
I mean, but they're not going to do that.
I know.
Though.
I know.
And their running game is solid right now.
I know it is. You're right. I think it'd be fun.
It would be fun.
I'd love to see Green Bay do it. By the way, how great would Aaron Rodgers and Le'Veon Bell be? I would love to see. But Green Bay is one of those franchises. I have no idea where they're spending the money, but they're apparently tapped. I mean, seriously, like every year it's like Green Bay's like, we don't have any money here. And I'm like, okay, who are you paying? And by the way, Aaron's contract just now got money, but the previous 8 years, you weren't paying Aaron.
I don't know.
You wouldn't re-sign Jordy Nelson. You got to pay some of these players. Green Bay apparently is using a credit union, and they just and then by the way, the Rams are going to Zurich and using some bank that nobody else can use because they can pay everybody.
I don't know how it's working over there.
Joy Taylor with the news.